Okay.
Whoa. Okay. We probably got 30 over there turned on.
Does everybody that's on a radio hear us? Or do we just hear the radio? Okay. I was going to say, that'll get old real quick for them. Here, I looked up the current standings right now, top 5 for each class.
Okay.
Just
I like it.
something to mention.
I like it.
Here's our CA Tech today.
Okay.
Presented by Radflow. Oh, thank you, Lord, for the breeze.
For real. What was on our bucket list?
Something about Brandon Davis. I heard that, but not.
Yeah, no. Oops. I went to throw my water bottle down. It caught the wind.
Where'd that go?
I don't even know.
It disappeared. All right. Hey, Taylor. What is up, everybody? We are here at Rush Springs Ranch in Pineville, Missouri for the CA Technologies CRRS number 3 presented by Radflow Shocks. It's an awesome day out here. I know you guys have been sitting here wondering what's happening, but lucky you, because we're ready to kick things off, and we've got Paul Wolf sitting on the starting line. We got some new gadgets this weekend, this time around, that we've been getting used to, so we'll see how that goes for this weekend. But thanks for checking us out and watching Hillside Live. And like I said, we got Paul Wolf on the line ready to start off the UTV stock class here at Rush Springs Ranch.
Again, we got a handful of guys this morning that are again racing the stock class with the UTV. This is the Central Rock Racing Series. Again, we had quite a few guys out playing on the running on that rock pile. We got some woods today. We have a short course. We got a little hill.
Yeah, one of the cool things about this course here at Rush Springs Ranch is there is literally a little bit of everything. They have to start off with a crawl over this giant rock pile, which was a little hard to see come over the berm there, but big old rock pile. Then they've got some straightaways, a little bit of woods course action. I think that the short course that's here, there's a small short course here at this park.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be incorporated partly into the track.
Yep.
So a little bit of everything here.
And like you said, they have lots of horsepower, but there's this big rock pile. They can't necessarily use it till they can get out in the open.
It is right out the starting gate.
It is. So you're sitting at the starting gate, you can't wait to get out, and then you have to kind of just creep over that.
So Paul is hitting hard the short course section. He is no stranger to this kind of racing.
He is not. Him and his brother Nathan race the King of Hammers each year, so they're used to going fast in some turns and desert-like terrain.
We also got to see Paul showing out at the Visions event earlier this summer on their short course track. He's in the woods now. We've got Brian on piloting our drone once again this weekend from Sky City. Huge shout out to him for bringing that footage to us.
I love everybody jumping on the live feed here. As Bree said, we're at Rush Springs down in southern Missouri, almost Alabama. Paul is our first guy up. Jed Harper tuning in. He's one of our Rock Bouncer drivers as well. I know we got a lot of guys.
Taylor, you can turn up that radio just a little bit.
Again, that was a 104.237 for Paul Wolf. Again, that was he was our very first side-by-side racer in the stock class.
That's right. Paul just kicked things off for us this weekend. We've got just a handful in the stock class, looks like about half a dozen drivers, and then of course we've got our RCV Axle UTV Unlimited class, and have about a dozen or so in there. And then tomorrow, as usual, we'll be back with the Brannick Motorsports Bouncer class and the UTV Bounty class, as well as the RCs.
Which will be running a similar course tomorrow. They'll be doing a little bit of woods, some hills. We have the short course. And the short course, I was a little timid last year until me and Larry Krogh started playing on it. And the faster you go, the funner it is.
Oh, I love short courses.
So it's a good time. You're going to see some probably pretty quick times tomorrow and a lot of fun going on.
All right, is this Clint Garrison in there?
I believe so.
Now, he and Wade are driving the same vehicle.
Okay.
I believe, for this class.
Again, this is our Rocklife Offroad stock UTV class. You see a lot of guys who will bring their full bodies out, come out and compete with us. Again, we love having the full bodies out. And it's amazing what they're being able to push these full bodies to do compared to a full race chassis. It's pretty impressive. I know we got quite a few guys who are going to race today. What's up, Shelby St. Clair? Adam Kuntz tuning in. He's another one of our racers. He races side-by-sides and big bouncers. He almost ripped a wheel clean off our last race. It was impressive. I was actually following him on the way back to camp, and the wheel was somehow still on there, but it was impressive how it was still on.
Look at that awesome view.
That is a great shot.
Speaking of the short course here, there's a nice Nice little overview there.
Debbie Cameron tuning in.
What's up, Debbie?
Timmy's mom.
Savannah, of course, checking in for Clint.
Usually she's by him no matter where they're at, whether it be like fast food place, the track. Usually anytime we're in a race atmosphere, usually those two are together.
She's here in spirit today.
Again, there's a great shot of that Woods course. They had Russ, the park owner, had his bulldozer down here this morning, kind of clearing some brush out of the way, so that way they can kind of zip right through it.
So Clint is sitting 5th overall for the series currently this season. And we have 2 races left?
2,
is that
yeah.
it?
Bikini Bottoms and
Wow.
Mid-America. All right, looks like he's through the finish line.
123.198 for Clint. Brandon Davis is on the line. Paul Wolf's 104 is the time to beat right now. This is the Rocklife Off-Road UTV stock class. And once we wrap up here, we will roll into the RCV Unlimited UTV class.
And we know, speaking of fast times, as I said, 104, that 104, we know Brandon's going to try to chip away at that pretty quick.
Brandon is sitting second in the standings overall for the series right now, right behind Paul. So,
Definitely.
he's got his eye on the prize.
Yeah. Which I think also Paul has to hustle a little harder, knowing that, hey, Brandon's nipping on my heels, so if I had a bad run. Again, such a brutal rock section coming right out of the gate. Again, even though these are a stock class, you can hear how smooth they're landing. Hey, Samuel, we do have an event coming up in Tennessee that's probably pretty close to Kentucky. It's in Dyersburg, Tennessee at Bikini Bottoms Off-Road Park. That'll be coming up the first weekend in October. That's where we used to have our finals at. It's a great park. The owner, Bob, and his wife are super nice. They take great care of us. It's a great fun. It's almost like an amphitheater. No matter where you sit at, it's a great place to sit. It's really close. Dyersburg, Tennessee is a pretty close town to where the park's at, so it's a lot of fun. You get your snacky snacks, as we always say. Lots of hotel. Great. You got Chick-fil-A. Obviously, I'm a big fan, so that's not in Kentucky, but it is pretty close, so that's a good event to come to if you're wanting to. All my Kentucky or Tennessee people can come to that the first weekend in October. Again, as Bree mentioned, we only have 2 races left. That one and finals at Mid-America. You guys may have seen the Mid-America race this year. We had a very big event there, Visions, where a lot of fun in the pool.
That drone footage there just looked like some pod racing out of Star Wars.
It did.
Something. Brandon getting after it.
Oh, man! Clips a flag.
And he was trying to stay on the high side of that hill, but it did not happen.
Man, that stinks. We could tell he kind of paused there for just a second.
That is a 140.747, and that is a 30-second penalty for the flag. He would have had a good time.
So, and you could tell he came over that pause just for a second.
He was trying
to, just quite couldn't cut it and wiped it out.
And that is a little bit of a tricky spot.
It is.
You can kind of see it behind us, and the camera gives you a little bit of an idea. But they're coming downhill, turning, going back uphill, and all of it is still on a downhill, off-camber slope there. And that's why Brandon kind of slid into that flag. Tricky little spot.
It is. I said, Bill,
especially trying to do it at any speed.
Bill run over to get our flag fixed for us. We
got Justin Hoback out there.
Yeah?
Setting her back up.
Working those sexy legs out there with the shorts on. I was heckling Timmy earlier because it was like 90 degrees here today. He had his full race suit on, like geared up in the sun, just like pointing at stuff. I said, does he ever wear shorts? And they're like, Cheryl was over there. She said, twice. Once when they went to Cancun. Not Cancun. They went to Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico.
And he had swimming trunks on one day, and I think that's one of 2 times he's ever wore shorts.
I don't think I've ever seen Timmy wear shorts.
They said his legs were really white. I said, I bet. I said, I don't think I've ever seen him in shorts. So it's just nice and warm day.
I don't ever see it. When Clyde wears shorts, that's when you know it's a really hot day. Because I think it's happened one time so far this season. Yeah.
I think I've seen him wear shorts once or twice. Yeah?
I don't know about you guys, but I am ready for some fall weather. And actually, when I saw the 90 degrees projected for this weekend, I was a little bummed, but it's actually a really nice day here in Pineville, Missouri. We've got our fan on, and we have a nice breeze coming in, so it's a nice day here.
And thank God we have a canopy to give us some shade. I told Clyde, this is the greatest thing you've ever done for us. Like, give us a little shade, and it's not too bad. You get a breeze, some shade, you're good. Now, like, we got Brandon Grapevine on the line here. He's a heck of a racer. They were heckling about his TikTok account earlier, asking if you were putting the driver's meeting on his TikTok page. He said, no, it's usually for more like really silly stuff. And then kind of laughed, kind of chuckled.
Where does Brandon live? He must live around here because he always races. He's always here at Rush Springs, Mid-America. He must be located somewhere out here.
Must be close, yeah. Greg Wilkie was like, yeah, it's like a 2-hour drive here for me. He's like, must be rough.
Oh, Greg, yeah.
Yeah. He said that Mid-America is like 45 minutes, 30 minutes from his house. Nice. I'm like, man, must be rough. He had his rooftop tent on top of his race line. Set it up. He said he came down and spent the night last night, goofed off. Again, speaking of Mid-America, running the Grapevine on the Mid-America buggy. Head to the race line banner there. Again, right there's kind of where you kick into some woods section. There's a little, kind of go down a little bit, up a little bit, and then you can come over to the short course. And the short course for the big bouncers, they are going to be absolutely hauling through there. I've already heard some guys taking bets on who's going to be the fastest through the short course. So
that's going to be fun to see for sure.
It will be.
Yeah. Shelby says that he lives 20 minutes from Mid-America. Brandon does.
Must be nice.
Knew it.
So with our new headsets, Clyde can talk to us, but we can't talk back, so he's enjoying heckling us.
There's like a voice inside our heads now. And it's Clyde's.
It is.
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
It's probably better than him than Zach.
Oh, yeah, infinitely.
Yeah? I can only imagine what he would say.
All right, Brandon's got a good smooth run going. He's making his way out of the woods now.
It's amazing how good the drone can follow that side by side at like a race pace.
Yeah, we're glad to have Brian from Sky City Media and Design back with us this weekend. Giving us some great drone footage. .726.
Okay, looks like that's good enough for second place. Again, he was hauling through there. Again, Paul nipped him out just slowly, but again, Paul's pretty competitive when it comes to that short course.
Yeah, the 104 from Paul is still the time to beat right now, but Brandon's 110 was a second place time currently. Brandon Grapevine. And we've got Dan Carter on the line.
I said, Dan, the man picked up a win a few races ago. I was pretty excited. Again, Dan, I was telling his girlfriend, he has the weirdest mechanical failures of all. Like, his fuel pump will go out. Like, it's not like you can, it's not like you're only maintenance that. It's not like you can check it, you know. I said, so it was good that he had no mechanical issues and finished first place. I was super happy for him. He's a great guy. He shows a lot of love to the Rocklife group. They help take care of him, keep him buggy going.
Yeah, I know Bryant Dunnigan was watching earlier, anyway. I'm not sure if he's still on there.
Again, Jed Harper hauling in there. He's one of the Illinois bouncer guys as well. He tries to make a couple races each year. Oh, man. That's something you
We just heard Brian, our drone pilot, come over and say it just fell out of the sky.
He said,
oh, no.
Production, my drone just fell out of the sky. That's not good to hear.
Speaking of Dan, though, Dan Carter, he is sitting in 4th right now overall for the season for the Rocklife stock class.
Okay.
Yeah.
I say trying to nip out that 3rd, get on that podium,
So
you know.
we'll see how this weekend, and then we've got 2 races left, how he can finish out this season.
I'll say all 5 of those, that top 5, all 5 of them are competitive. All 5 of them are very competitive.
Oh, absolutely.
Especially that top 3s. That's hard breaking in. You know, Paul Wolf's a great racer. Brandon Davis is always getting out there doing his best. Wade Good is he definitely pushes it to the max. Dan Carter is always out there slugging away. Clint Garrison definitely has been racing quite a few years. He's always putting it down. Dan coming through nice and smooth there. See what kind of time he's going to come up with. A couple up-down sections here. Again, tomorrow they'll be doing the big hill behind them. As you can see the top half of your screen, there's several big hills. You'll see the bounty class side-by-sides and big bouncers tomorrow racing through those.
Yeah, I think they call this Suicide Hill, but let's not read into that too much. 121.761.
Good job for Dan.
Danger Dan. That means Wade Good is on the line, and I do believe he is going to be our last driver for the Rocklife stock class. And Wade is sharing a vehicle with Clint Garrison today. I heard there was an unfortunate incident with Chris Hickman racing at one of the fairs.
Okay.
Maybe that near me in Tennessee. But yeah, I don't know. So anyway, so that's why Wade is in a rental.
Okay.
Not the rental.
Yes, a rental.
But in a rental from Clint Garrison today.
I'll say Wade is definitely a guy who can shake up your finishes. Right now we got Paul Wolf sitting in 1st place at a 104. Looks like Brandon Grapevine is in 2nd place at a 110. And Dan Carter sitting on the podium at 121. But obviously Wade is a guy that could upset that very quickly. He's a guy that kind of pushed it to the max, so we'll see what he can do here today. Looks like they got our drone going again.
There it is.
Ripping through the woods. That's also a great shot of kind of what you see as you're racing.
Yeah.
You know, as you're whipping through the woods, sound of
first-person driver perspective.
I'm like, forget a PlayStation. I could just watch that all day.
Look at that nice view.
That is a great shot.
Speaking of view, guys, how does everything look on y'all's end and sound for those of you watching live right now? We had a little bit of some hiccups with the satellites yesterday setting up, and it's not great service out here, of course, either. So
no.
Always curious to know how things are looking.
I have between 1 and 0 bars.
That's not a lot of bars, Matt.
It is not.
And Wade, definitely one of our drivers that always takes advantage of pre-running.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
And comes out here and does several laps, especially in a course like this where there's a lot of turns. And
wow.
There's a lot of nines in that. Yeah. 119.999. That was Wade's time.
What leaves him in 3rd place for today. Again, this is our course 1. We had Paul Wolf sitting at 104. He's in 1st.
Wow, Paul really smoked
that course.
This is right up his alley, though, because with that short, I mean, obviously, Paul is one of our fastest drivers normally.
Yes.
But especially on a short course like this, where, I mean, this is his time to shine.
I said we have drivers sometimes that will be separated by a 1/10 of a second or even a 100th of a second. So to see somebody finish, 6 seconds ahead of the next guy is pretty impressive.
And, Brandon Davis would have been in there, too. If it wasn't for that
smoking that flag.
Unfortunate flag penalty.
Again, Brandon Grapevine in second. And it looks like third place, squeaking out third, was Wade Good. And, again, that's for our first course this morning. We have one more coming up this afternoon. Here shortly, we're going to kick it over to our UTV Unlimited Cup Series.
Sarah Sorensen, I like that attitude. We need more people.
Yes.
that have that attitude.
And I've seen the Sorensen family. They've been out doing stuff with their little boy, out doing some motorbike racing.
They're always having adventures.
They're doing side-by-side stuff.
I like seeing that.
So they're
you can hear Gary in.
Yes.
But that's your top 3 for Hill 1 for the Rocklife stock class. We'll be right back with more.
What you want? No matter where your ride takes you. Whether it's a quick trip or a slow climb. When you choose RCV Performance Axles, you're guaranteed to finish every time.
Presenting the all-new designs from Treadwear Apparel in 2021. Visions are better at the top. More throttle than brake, more balls than brains. If you're gonna win, you're gonna need these. Life is better topless. The NRA official flag shirts. Real trucks don't have spark plugs. No guts, no glory. Definitely no story. Your girlfriend likes it when I bounce her. Grab yourself some new merch today.
All right, everybody, welcome back. You are watching the CA Technologies Central Rock Racing Series number 3. This is our 8th race overall for the season so far this year. Presented by Radflow Shocks this weekend, and we are at Rush Springs Ranch in Pineville, Missouri. We just wrapped up Hill 1 for the Rocklife Offroad UTV stock class, and we are now rolling right into the RCV Performance UTV Unlimited class.
And we got Tyler Bradley kicking us off this afternoon. Again, these are the UTV Unlimited, so these are going to be a little faster. We have several guys that are racing the same UTV in both classes, so that'll be interesting to see how they do in the second one. And these might be a little quicker. I guarantee you these guys are going to push a little harder on the short course too. So.
And Tyler had a 3rd place finish at Hollywood a couple weeks ago in the unlimited class. So we'll see what he does out here today.
Got a good shot of that woods course there.
Uh-oh.
Couple turns.
Did he miss a turn? No, just got a little tight in those trees. Thankfully, with the drone, normally we wouldn't really be able to see up at the woods and know exactly what the course was like, but that gives you a great idea of what the course is like, what these guys are driving through. It's going to be especially interesting with the bouncers tomorrow.
Yeah, and I think he said that a battery will last 1 minute to 2 minutes if he's flying full tilt, zooming throughout. So essentially, almost each run he has to change the battery. So he has 60 of them that he's constantly recharging as he's going to the next one. It's pretty cool to see the operation as he's doing it. But yeah, it's pretty impressive to see how close he can get to a buggy. They usually will see him. It gets too close, rocks will start getting pelted against the drone. So it's kind of cool to see. Get a great shot of that open course there, which again tomorrow the bouncers will be floating through. I'm curious to see if there's any bet takers out there if they'll roll over during the short course tomorrow, because there are a couple of big jumps and there's some pretty high bank ovals. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Trey Moore, glad to have you joining us on the live feed, and Brian, Jimmy. $141.746.
Again, that was Tyler
Taylor,
Bradley.
could you turn that up just a little on the radio, please? 141.746 sets the bar for the RCV Unlimited Series.
And again, that was Tyler Bradley who just went. And we have Clint Garrison on the line.
And that old 427.
That's taken quite a beating.
That thing's been through a lot.
It has been.
Fast little buggy, though.
It is. I think that buggy has. We were here a few years ago, and I was watching it go downhill. It was faster downhill, I think, than any other buggy.
Mm-hmm.
It was literally just like skimming the top of the rocks.
Yeah, watching Travis on the downhills in that thing.
It was impressive. I had to go babysit. There was a cone. They had to come up and then turn around and go back down. And so Clyde was like, hey, go up there and watch them. Make sure all the drivers actually, because all you saw them was turn the woods, and then a couple minutes later you saw them come down. So you didn't know. He goes, go to the top. Make sure they all go around that cone. He didn't tell them which way they had to go around. He just said go around it. And it was, so it was kind of interesting to see which drivers went right and which went left. And then to see how fast they would come uphill, how fast they would go downhill, how fast they would corner. It was really interesting to see, but he definitely was one of the fastest downhill. We got a bee that's flying around up here. Makes me think of the bee lady on TikTok. And that's another day of saving the bees.
What?
There's a lady on TikTok.
You and your TikTok.
There's a lady on TikTok that she's, I think, from Texas, and she does saves the bees. People call her and be like, hey, I have these bees in my shed. She'll show up and take, like, thousands of bees and put them in a little home. And she just, that's another great day of saving the bees.
Well, I'm not going to save this bee if I get a hold of it.
He's getting it. There we go. Through the finish line.
$125.889.
That's our new leader.
For Clint.
Getting her down.
All right, if you're just joining us, guys, we are on Hill 1 for the RCV Axle UTV Cup class. And Tyler Bradley and Clint Garrison have been our drivers so far. We already did oh my goodness. We already did Hill 1 for the Rocklife Offroad stock class. And got about a dozen drivers left to go here today, and then we'll be coming back with Hill 2.
Yep.
Which actually is going to be the same exact thing, and they're just going to run it again, but hopefully faster.
Yeah, hopefully faster. Again, this is
Cash driving DC.
So this is Cash LaCroix driving DC Thompson's rig, which the reason he's doing that is because he came out and did a bunch of pre-running this morning, and right before the driver's meeting, he went to start his buggy up, and smoke just started pouring out the back of it. So much so you'd have thought it was upside down. So they said he probably blew his motor up, so rather than tear up anymore, they went over and said, hey, DC, buddy old pal. And DC's like, I'm sure DC was like, I don't care,
Why,
whatever.
because Cash can fit in it?
Yeah. He's probably a foot shorter. He's like,
I don't know.
Yeah.
That might be pretty
DC
close.
was probably like, I don't care, go ahead, whatever, I don't care.
DC's like, you're not going to do any worse to it than I will.
No. DC puts it down in that buggy. He flat moves.
Cash is sitting second overall for the season right now for the Cup Series, so I'm glad to see that he was able to come up with something to drive out here today. Would have hate to see that put him behind.
Yeah.
We have John standing right here behind us. Hey, John, what did Cash do?
What do you guys think the fastest time will be
They
today?
did? Yeah.
All my people tuning in live. Jackie LaCroix just tuned in and said, "Oh dear Lord." That's
Never fear, Jackie. DC came to the rescue. I don't know if I've ever said that before.
Yeah. That's it. Looks like he's driving it pretty hard.
It's going pretty good so
Yeah.
far. Watch that flag. There you go.
There we go. See what our time's going to be.
125.295.
Wow.
Just edging out Clint Garrison. Clint just got a 125.889. Now Cash with a 125.295.
Just squeaked it out. Yeah.
All right. We've got a new driver on the line right now, Joshua Ailman. I could definitely be saying that wrong, and I'm sorry, whoever might be watching out there that knows him, if I am. But glad to have him joining us for the series today at Rush Springs Ranch.
You can see the edge of the production trailer there. We're actually out on the outskirts of it. Got a nice breeze going, a little bit of a fan, some shade, so pretty nice weather here.
NFOR Performance, did I see that
Yep.
right? I didn't get a chance to catch up with Joshua before the race started. We might be able to grab him over here in between hills. We'll have to see and maybe get some information out of him. You know, we have to grill all the new drivers.
I love finding out
make them come talk to us.
Yeah, I love finding out where they're from. That's always one of my favorite things, to find out where everybody's from and kind of what got you into the sport.
But sometimes they sneak by without us getting any information from them. So
or they're like Matt Schuster, and they're like, "Hi, I'm Matt, hi," and that's it. That's
they just avoid.
That's
us.
all you get. You're like,
it's
what do you think?
It's hurtful, really, Matt. It's hurtful.
What do you think about today? What do you think of a great run? You're all excited, asking questions. They're like, "Yeah,
yeah, I did all right.
Yeah,
it was all right. What are you gonna do next? What are you gonna do tomorrow? You know, just do what we can. Just do what we can."
Yeah. A super talkative guy when the camera's not on. You turn the camera on.
The life of interviewing drivers.
Yeah, he's like, hi. Or Timmy. Timmy's got a lot better, though. He used to be like,
yeah, Timmy's good.
Hi. How you doing? I still love that he calls me sir. I'm like, Timmy, like, I've lost you like 427 times.
Yes, sir.
Like,
yes, ma'am.
You don't call me sir anymore.
Timmy's a good Southern boy.
He is.
Got those manners. I'm sure Miss Debbie had something to do with that.
I'm sure. Jackie said she's going to have to bake DC some cookies.
DC will probably let him drive it more often.
Yeah. He's like, hey, you want to put some parts in there? That wouldn't hurt my feelings.
All right, Joshua doing pretty good so far. He's got a smooth run going.
Setting a pretty quick time to that wood section there. There you go, floating around the corner.
Uh-oh. He missed a turn. Oh, no, and that's a DQ. I hate seeing that for him. He did not come all the way down and go in between the banners like we've seen the other drivers do.
Dang it.
Oh, man. And he had a really good time
going. He had a great run going.
Disappointing.
Again, that's one of our newer drivers. I'm sure Josh will be super bummed just because he did have such a smoking run going.
You know, the good thing is that it's going to be the same course again.
Yes.
So he's got a chance. He'll have another crack at it. Looks like Tyler Heinzel is on the line. Got to chat with Tyler a little bit after the drivers' meeting. Such a nice guy. We have a lot of really nice guys out here.
We do.
I don't know, if you can say that about every sport.
Yeah, well, I
So
definitely
I like to say it whenever we get the chance. You know,
Yeah.
the camaraderie and the family, and just some good folks out here.
And if you want to find out how awesome we are, go walk around campsites at nighttime. Almost every driver will invite you into his pit. Want a cheeseburger, hot dog, ribs? Like, no matter what they're serving for food, they'll offer you some. Especially the bacons, they're really good about that. Hey, you want a burger?
Yeah, everyone looks out for each other out here.
I had shrimp not that long
Most of the
ago at I think it was Hawk Pride, one of the races. We were
Oh, you got shrimp?
Perryville Mafia. Oh, come on over. We got some shrimp. We got some
Oh,
crab
man.
legs.
Apparently, I need to start walking around campsites more often.
I was like, leave it to the Perryville Mafia crew to bring crab legs and shrimp. I'm like, guys, like, this is not in my budget, okay? I'm usually like, here's my PB&J. So, yeah.
Andy Miller says, has Big Booty Judy been retired from racing? That is my four-seater.
Yeah? Well, you were pretty hard on it the last
Probably.
race.
I'm not going to say yes for sure, because, you know, when the need for speed strikes
It does.
and all you got's a four-seater, well, sometimes you just got to make it work.
And if only one of you guys had been racing, it probably would have been okay. But
Yeah.
you were doing qualifying, time trials,
18 laps in a stock
Yeah.
four-seater on a two-lap
prelims,
2-mile course.
semifinals, finals, times 2 people.
She's definitely at least semi-retired, Andy.
So what all had to be replaced or repaired when you guys got back?
You know, for the most part, the wheel that came off, it just kind of ripped right out of the studs.
Okay.
So I mean, the wheel, it wasn't anything dramatic.
Yeah.
It just gave out.
Okay.
It was just too much for it.
All the A-arms look good.
I think
Suspension all look
everything was
good.
pretty good.
All right.
We had bent something prior to that at Dirty Turtle earlier. But that doesn't count because
Yeah.
that was a different race.
You guys are hauling hay back in no time.
Yeah. As long as my mom doesn't know. 136.062.
Get a good time. Puts him in 3rd place as of now.
That's good enough for 3rd place run. Not too shabby, Mr. Heisel.
All right, so Cash with a 125.295
There's more.
sitting in the lead right now.
In a borrowed rig. That's even better.
We are on Hill 1 for the RCV Axle UTV Unlimited class. We already did Hill 1 for the Rocklife Offroad Stock class. And then, of course, we'll be back for Hill 2. I call it Hill. I mean, there aren't too many hills
Yeah.
on this track today. But
I try to always call them course 1 and
you
course
guys
2.
know what we mean, right?
Because they're like, now our courses are getting so long, it's not really a hill anymore.
Yeah.
And we have up and down areas. So it's like Hill 1, technically you're going down. Hill 2, I guess.
Think about it too hard.
Yeah.
So let's not. All right, that might be one of the fastest
Wood section, or the rock section.
over this rock pile here that we've seen yet from Wade Good.
But in the rental. Like the rental.
Yes, not to be confused with a rental,
Yes.
which is what he had earlier.
Yes.
But back to the rental.
Which Wade has always been a great racer, but I think he's been the best racer, or best version of himself, in the rental. I mean, like, after that many races, is it really considered a rental anymore? Like,
I think once you put the V in front of it,
yeah.
that changes things.
Yeah. Again, Wade is a very impressive driver. He will definitely give anybody a run for their money in any buggy he hops in. Again, Chris Hickman likes to take credit for getting him this ride because Chris was talking about possibly taking over this rental, and Wade.
I think it's fair to give Chris.
Chris threw Wade's name in there and said, "Hey, I know a guy. He'd be a great racer for you." Wade said he got a phone call, and then boom, next thing you know, he's racing a rental and has done very, very well since.
That was the start of a beautiful relationship.
It has been. Had a little rough start, lost some tires in the beginning, but other
He
than that,
sure did.
he did.
He went through a weird phase there for a while. Where they were just tires
It
rolling off
was.
every time
He broke,
came out.
broke quite a few wheel studs. He is absolutely hauling.
And he managed to stay out of that troublesome flag right there.
I think that's got to be first. Waiting on her time here. Wow.
115.897.
That is your new leader.
He just beat you by 10 seconds. Can you hear me? Yeah. Look at that. So fancy.
Yeah, look at this guy hopping on it.
Can they hear him, Taylor? Okay.
So what happened earlier? Why weren't you in your buggy?
I blew it up.
Blew it
up.
We saw lots of
I blew
smoke.
a hole in the piston.
Oh, wow.
Doing what?
Practice.
We seen you pre-run, and then we right before the drivers meeting, we saw a lot of smoke, and it didn't look good.
Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah.
It has no power at all. It's running like 15 mile an hour.
That's not good.
You're lucky that DC had something for you to drive.
Yeah, DC let me drive his buggy.
You did pretty good in it.
His brakes don't exist, and
well, that sounds like a DC buggy. Hey, let's watch Paul.
Yeah, Paul in a full body just setting it on fire out there.
yeah, so DC's brakes don't exist, and he's got a quickener on hydraulic steering, so he don't have any steering either, so it's just sketchy, every bit of it.
You were sitting in first for a while in DC's buggy. Your mom said you have to bake him some cookies.
And then this guy right here.
Yeah.
Okay,
He just
beat the rental.
all right, so the time to beat right now for Paul is a 1:15.
And
That Wade
again,
just put down. Wade's hopping into the hot seat here to talk with us.
speaking of that 115, our leader right now, Mr. Wade Good in the rental, I know Paul Wolf is going to try to push it down. How'd your run feel?
Felt awesome. Everything went perfect. I couldn't have done any better other than this one turn right here.
Yeah.
But I didn't hit a flag, so we're good.
Yeah. Again, you're at a 115. Closest guy to you is a 125, so definitely did well.
Yeah. Buggy felt good. I've had problems the past 2 days. Primary bolts breaking, misfiring, shorts in the wiring harness, bolts breaking in the steering, but we got it together and it worked.
As long as it holds together for the run.
Man, and Paul is just flying through this course right now, though. Wade, are you getting a little nervous watching him?
No, Paul's one of my best friends. I hope he beats me.
There you go.
I hate that. I want to win, but if anybody beats me, I want to beat Paul.
I was just talking about how great the people in our sport are earlier. Prime example right there.
And he had a 1-0. Oh, on two wheels. Coming through bicycling. He had a 104 on the first time he ran this course
The
this
stock
morning.
class?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
He's messed up a lot. He messed up on them. He's going to go across that flag. I jumped over. That was perfect.
you were the fastest through the rocks. Bree talked about
I got
it.
lucky, though.
You smoked those rock sections.
I think I had my eyes closed the whole time. I ain't going to lie.
113.140.
Just barely squeaked you out.
Hey, it's a good thing y'all are friends, right?
Yeah. Oh, that's fine.
All right.
It's some close racing today, guys. That means that Paul now in the lead with a 113, and then Wade with a 115, and then Cash with a 125. And Brandon Davis is on the line.
All right. Brandon Davis, clock is hot. Again, he's another very, very good contender here. Always stays pretty consistent as setting down good times.
Now, he would have had a great time in the stock class on Hill 1, Course 1, but he did unfortunately hit one of the flags, and that's a 30-second penalty. So I hate seeing that for him, but I'm glad he's got a couple more options here today to run this course.
Yeah.
Get a chance at a different time. So right now he wants to beat the 113 that Paul just laid down.
Hey, do you want to shut this mic off? My brand new MacBook Pro has like a thin layer of dust on it.
I know, I have to keep
I'm gonna have to like get
blowing
like
the dust off my
a
phone.
microfiber or something.
Brandon, I remember from last year, one of the drivers that was excited to do this, incorporate the short course in with the bouncer class. So if I remember correctly, he is a fan, and I think it was him and Larry Krogh that were both excited last year. to run this. So,
I was not. I was terrified.
but now you are because
Until
you realize
I
how
went-
much fun it is.
Until I went and ran it with Larry Krogh. And Larry Krogh, he brought me to the dark side, and we were down here for like, there was probably 20, 30 of us, like a party, and there was like 4 of us just ripping around the track for 45 minutes probably. I almost ran my buggy out of gas down here, and we had a blast. It was so much fun.
Look, if Big Booty Judy was here, Matt,
You would put it down.
we would take her out there. Oh,
Wow.
116.097.
Again, right in there, that team there.
That's third place right now. That means Paul with a 113, then Wade with a 115, and now Brandon Davis with a 116. Hey, Tiffany, it actually feels pretty good out here right now. There's a breeze. The sun's not beating down. Not bad.
Yeah, got a fan. Yeah,
We do have a fan.
we're starting to get kind of preppy
I'm
now.
going to claim
you know?
this as my best idea
Yes.
of the whole year
Yes.
was setting up that fan right there.
We have like good lighting. We have some shade. We have a fan. Like,
So we've added some things this year. We've got Tim Cameron out on the course right now. Here, well, I'll finish that thought after
Yeah.
we watch Timmy run. Timmy is currently in first
Uh-oh.
place.
Uh-oh.
Overall.
he got hung up. That's not good.
First place overall for the series, or for the season. And man, he just got hung up more than anybody else we've seen on that rock pile so far.
I bet you he sets a blistering time through the short course and the woods section. I bet he absolutely smokes it. Nobody is harder on Timmy than Timmy.
Hey, where'd you get that?
I bet he is furious right now, and he is going to absolutely just set this course on fire.
Where'd you get that tank top? Where'd you get that? All right, I just found out we have new National Rock Racing Association merch. So,
Including ladies' tank
ladies,
tops.
if you are going to be at any races or have anybody here at any races, coming over to the merch trailer.
And we got how many colors?
We have new tank tops. I'm excited. All right, back to Timmy's run.
Can you get like a Suns Out, Guns Out for Fellas tank top? Like, is that? Yeah. Can you get that in like not a schmedium?
All right, he is cruising
Extra-
through the short course. Trying to make up for that little bobble on the rock pile.
Yeah. We'll see what kind of time he sets. Again, Timmy knows how to put it down, so we'll see. I see Paul Wolf and Cash Quiver here sitting on the edge. He's smoking it. Whoa! Hit the timer, but not the flag. Oh,
121.224.
man.
That is a fourth place time right now.
He's definitely going to have to be quicker on the second run.
All right, we've got one driver left for course 1 for the RCV Axle UTV Unlimited class. And then we'll take a short little break and roll right back into course 2 for both of our classes today. But we still have DC Thompson on the line. We got to get the timer set back up there.
So apparently hit a timer. I don't know if he had a flag or not.
I think we decided it was a rock.
Okay. They're down there teasing Timmy that he got a 30-second penalty.
We have Zach, Justin, and Clyde all having a conversation
In our ear.
in our ears right now.
And they're ornery, as my grandma would say. My grandma Holt would say they're very ornery. That's like a silly but yet somewhat mischievous. I speak good.
No, but keep trying.
I speak good.
Because I'm having fun watching
Lots of mischief. They get into lots of mischief.
Mischievous.
Mischievous? Is that a word? Mischievous?
Yes, that's the word.
Mischievous?
Mischievous.
I'm going to make it one. It's like terrorize.
It is one.
It's like
you can't make it one. It already is
it's
one.
like terrorizers. Those terrorizers. I feel like that's a word.
Oh, bless our hearts.
You know what?
How much caffeine have we had today? I don't think it was enough.
Yeah, not enough. That's true.
All right, DC. Can he beat the time that Cash put down
I don't
in his
know.
buggy? I'm definitely going to go for it.
Cash also weighs about 100 pounds less than DC. So even if they're racing the same buggy, DC still weighs a little more. So maybe the weight reduction will help. We'll see. But DC also probably drives his buggy a little harder. Cash is like, I got to make this thing last all day.
Well, also, I'm pretty sure Cash had never been in it before.
Yeah.
If I had to guess.
Yeah. He's probably never been in DC's buggy. And he also probably was a little more timid because he knows, hey, I need to make this last for 4 runs. Because if they're both going to race it twice, and DC usually goes full tilt. He's a late on the line kind of guy. Which on a short course, slight wood section, I mean, you can really run it about as fast as you want. As fast as the bike can handle or the terrain will handle. Christy Crest said, "That's my brother."
Have you sorted those? Are you sorting them as you go?
No, I was just watching. Oh, they want me to sort them?
Because, yeah, Wade's coming up to look at the screen. All right, looking pretty good so far, DC.
See what he ends up with. See what.
118.286. That is a 4th place time. So your top 5 for course 1 for the RCV Unlimited class. Paul Wolf with a 113. Wade with a 115. Then Brandon Davis with a 116. And DC Thompson with a 118. And then Tim Cameron with a 121. Those are your top 5 for course 1. And I believe that's everybody.
I think so.
Yeah. So we'll be back in 20 minutes, Taylor? All right. Yeah, just a short break, guys, and then we'll be back for round 2.
See you soon.
When you're serious about installing the highest quality drivetrain products designed for high horsepower and bigger tires, there's only one choice. So get the power, performance, and confidence that comes with Yukon. Rev it, climb it, and rip it, knowing you're rolling the best in the industry. Built to perform, built to last. Yukon Gear and Axle.